Hi, thought I'd do a quick inbox review of the new Airfix 1/48 scale Folland Gnat T.1. Usual sort of Airfix box art. Nice. We've got some sort of drawings here, some photos here, CAD type drawings. Two versions. For some reason it appears to be upside down. 2 flying hours, and it's kit number skill 2, and it's kit number A05123. Let's crack it open. Start with the instructions. New style Airfix instructions, bit of colour, usual bit of information and specifications on the aircraft in a variety of languages. Crack straight on. It's the new type of instructions. I'm sure some of you have seen them out there. You've actually got colour bits in there to help you with the placement of some of the parts, which is quite handy. Cockpit tub, fairly standard build sequence. We've got decals for the instrument panels, what looks to be reasonably detailed injection seats. Looks like this pilot figure, because you've got two types of options here, which is quite handy, with seatbelts, no pilot, without seatbelts for your pilot. And carry on with the build. Obviously colourway option for the display stand if you want to display it in flight, and then we go through the various build sequences for the intakes. Cockpit tub going in, definitely have a pilot, at least one, even though it's a two-seater. Engine parts, nose, radar stuff, other side of the cockpit. And then actually on step 25 we finally seal the fuselage halves, go onto the wings, flaps, etc. Nice here, you can actually pose the flaps sort of open and closed. Tail, same with the tail by the looks of things. And then obviously we've got options here for gear down, gear up, gear down. Again, there's lots of really useful position angles here for the tail, for the wheels, etc. Fuel pods, and again you can either leave the nose open or closed to show the radar stuff. Pretty much last of all, you've then got the clear parts. Again, it looks like you can have it open or closed. And paint. We've got this one here, Fly Training School, Royal Air Force Valley, Anglesey, Wales, 1973, in a signal red, white and grey. It's black, the anti-reflection. And then we've got the one we've probably seen before. I think this is the scheme in the 172nd version. I might be wrong, but it's certainly this sort of fluorescent orange and silver. Central Flying School, Royal Air Force, Little Orizington, Gloucestershire, England, 1964. So you've got a nice couple of coloured options in that one. Decals, I believe the box says cartograph on it. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Although the decals themselves don't say cartograph on them, but I'm assuming they are. They look very, very nice. They're kind of satin finish, beautifully in register. Nice, clear, sharp printed decals. I find actually these decals, even though they're cartograph, they don't always soften down particularly well. But we shall see. So, some I found do, some don't seem to want to. But they look nice. All comes in one bag, sort of fairly typical Airfix. clear parts separate. And we've got 3 of the sort of fairly standard grey Airfix plastic, softer and flexible, which I actually quite like. It usually means that if there are any fit issues, sometimes you can just, well, I say fit issues, minor fit issues, you can sometimes kind of flex the plastic and it fits better. No flash whatsoever. This is the sort of Avionics Bay at the front here. Looks pretty good. You got some nice detail in there. Doesn't appear to be any particularly horrible injection. There are some injection pins in the sort of intakes here, but they're nothing too bad, too easy to clean up. Pilot figure, not bad. I've seen better, but he's not bad. Let's zoom in a little bit there. Oops, sorry. But generally, we've got some good plastic there. Looks nice. The cockpit tub there. You've got some nice little raised details for the instruments, which is nice. Looks pretty good. No, that's nice. Mate, it's not going to be a big aircraft. Well, it's not. You've got some recessed, it's all recessed panel lines, of course. Not bad actually. It looks a bit more in scale than the usual Airfix. They're not quite as the 1/72nd version of this, the actual recessed panels were very heavy, quite deep, but these again, I don't know how well you can see. Let me zoom in a bit here. They're pretty good. Not too heavy. Come on, focus. There we go. Nice. Again, we don't seem to have any flash. That's the instrument panels. They've actually got quite a nice amount of dial detail. So if you don't want to use the decals, you could probably do quite a good paint job on those if you wanted. Seats are all good. Again, we don't seem to have. We have some injection pins here. How visible they be with the cockpit, I'm not sure. This one you might have to feel and clean up, but again, it's not the end of the world. Got a bit of sidewall detail here, which is nice. As I say from the instructions, you've got 2 types of seat cushions there, with and without seat belts. It's interesting. We only seem to have 1 pilot figure, even though it's a 2-seater plane. All looks pretty good. Again, we've got some nice panel detail there, not too overstated. Should take a wash nicely. Reasonable detail in the wheels. Bring that in a bit there. If we can get it to focus. Sorry about that. There we go. It all looks good. We actually got fuel pods there, some various little bits here. No, that looks good. Again, there's no sink marks or anything that should cause you any problems. Should be quite an easy, straightforward build. Clear parts, the all-important clear parts. Okay, what can we say about these? Now, they're actually pretty clear, which is a good start. The open one actually looks nicer. I don't think there's much in there. There's a bit of distortion in them, but no centre seam line, which is nice. They are clear, they are flash free. And they're not too bad distortion wise. You should, certainly worth spending some time on the cockpit, because you'll be able to see that quite nicely through the glass. It's very clear. there's a slight, I can't explain it, there's like almost rippling in it, but it's not too bad. Good, that should build into a nice little kit. Cool, thanks for watching.